Hello viewers, James May here of James Gin, and I'm having a bit of a wander down to Hugh's Downton Distillery because I've had what I think is a rather brilliant idea. Morning.
Morning.
Glad you've warmed the place up.
How are you?
All right. This is fantastic. This place is full of things like colour gas and propane, and it's still chuffing freezing. I've been thinking, we are a contemporary gin brand. Agreed? We're modern.
Agreed.
What we would like to do, or what I would like to do, is everybody else is doing things like low alcohol drinks, alcohol-free gin, which I've tried and which I think is terrible. It just tastes like cordial. I don't want to do that, but what I'd love to do is a vegan gin. Morning.
Morning.
Right, a quick recap. A couple of weeks ago I came to see Hugh with a brilliant idea I'd had, which was a vegan gin. And I thought it should be made with mushrooms because mushrooms are very popular with vegans because they have protein in them and all that sort of thing. Hugh, who's this man here, has been working on that and now has, I think, some things for me to try.
We do. We've got quite a few things to try.
Does this work, by the way?
Yes, they are fantastic.
All right. Because what we mustn't do is we mustn't pander to the fashions for veganism and everything else whilst compromising flavour. The most important thing about James Gin is that it's remembered for its flavour, not for its political correctness.
So, this is chestnut.
And it's also got the Holy Trinity and other things in it. It's not.
No, this is just pure mushroom-based spirit at the moment. There is nothing else to this. So technically, you could say this is a mushroom vodka.
This is not a gin. No,
Not yet.
It doesn't have juniper in it. Blimey, it's very mushroomy.
I think that is delightful.
Excuse me. Is that mushrooms have done that? Good. Or vodka?
Probably the vodka.
Gus, can you arrange for someone to drive me home?
The next one is going to be the morel mushroom.
That doesn't have such a distinct smell.
For me, I get a slight... I know this is a vegan gin, but there's a pronounced kind of loamy...
I thought you were going to say it smells of sausages, which would be very inappropriate.
More meaty.
More meaty, yeah, we can't say that. Wow, it tastes a lot stronger than it smells.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my cats making that noise. No, that smells mushroomy again. Weirdly. It's remarkable. I mean, mushrooms are quite a subtle thing, really. I wasn't sure they would work in alcohol. I thought they would just disappear, but they really don't. These mushroom vodkas are very mushroomy. For me, it's between this and the Girol, and I can't quite make my mind up, but I think it might be the Girol.
Okay. We're now going to look at the bases that I have created to work alongside mushroom. So base 1 and base 2. And on one of these we have tarragon, and on another we are using oregano.
That's oregano if you're watching in the United States of Americans. Presumably you could have more than one mushroom in it if you wanted
Absolutely,
to.
we could do a medley. Yeah.
A medley. A trio of mushrooms. Ooh, that's interesting, isn't it? That is quite astringent as well, isn't it?
Yep.
It has a...
So that's that.
Oregano. Oregano is better than the tarragon,
yeah.
yes.
Okay, so oregano is in. We have another ingredient that I would like us to consider. Patchouli.
Isn't it what the hippies put on their denim jacket?
You'll find it in the kind of candles and the essential oils.
It would be very difficult for me to sniff this and not think of certain friends of mine on their way to a Motorhead concert.
But I do see this working very well with the mushroom.
Yeah, I see what you mean, actually. Well, it is a bit like breathing out a bonfire.
Let's see if we can create our recipes. So what I'm going to do here is layer this. So we're blending a gin at the moment. So we have our base, we're going to have our mushroom, and we're going to put in some patchouli. So our base, I'm going to put in about 20 ml.
So is it worth trying it just with the base and the mushroom first? 'Cause
Yeah,
we haven't
absolutely.
actually done that
Yeah,
yet, have we?
So 20, and I'm going to put in 10 of the mushroom. Quick stir.
Well, I'd like a bit more mushroom.
Yeah.
That's better. I still think it needs a little bit more mushroom as well.
That's fine. We're now 20-30 in leaning towards more mushroom than base.
That's getting back to tasting like the mushrooms did at the beginning.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. It does. There is something.
Yeah.
There's
It
something
needs
missing.
a little
I
bit of
don't-
texture.
And that you think is the patchouli.
And I think patchouli could potentially give it to us. So I'm only going to add in about 5 patchouli. There we go.
I'm wondering what this is like to watch as a video, because obviously taking part is fascinating. Plus you get a bit of a buzz on as well. I hope you're all still watching. If you're not, you wouldn't have heard me say that.
Well,
So-
watching us slowly get drunk.
I still wouldn't mind a little bit more mushroom.
More mushroom? Yep, we can add a little bit more mushroom.
You have to be quite good at mental simultaneous equations to do this, don't you? Because every time you take a bit out, you've lost 20% of the missing 10 mil of, say, the mushroom spirit.
Here we go. So,
What? You know what I mean? The bit that's gone is the same as the whole, a smaller amount, but the proportions are the same. That's what I'm trying to say.
and as we're filming this, we might want to write this down as we carry on tasting and we forget.
There's a convenient piece of paper.
Yep. Here we go. So we've got 5 patchouli, 5 mil.
5 patchouli.
Yeah, 5p.
Now you see, viewers,
And that was your roll.
Girol, yes indeed. When, occasionally you get an auction by one of the posh auction houses and they have, something that Winston Churchill scribbled on a napkin during dinner, had an idea for the invasion of North Africa or something like that. Or it'll be a piece of tissue paper that Madonna blotted her lipstick on, all these things that come on, they're suddenly worth millions of pounds. One day, when James Gin is a world force in drink and alcohol dependency and all those other things, somebody will find this and say, yes, that is the Rosetta Stone of gin. That. And you've already got gin on it, so so it's going to run.
Should we see what it tastes
Yeah.
like? This is now 25 and 40.
Yes, now that's getting nice and mushroomy now.
Yep. That mushroom is.
Yes.
Should we try a bit of tonic?
I was just going, exactly my thought. Let us not lose sight of our original objective, which was to create a vegan gin. We haven't even got a name for it yet, but that didn't compromise on flavour. So this is compassion without compromise. So this is the first ever, whatever we're going to call it,
It's a
and
tiny
tonic. It's
That mushroom
light,
is coming through.
but the mushroom comes through and it is not angular. It doesn't taste in any way threatening or dangerous. That's the thing about mushrooms. They're a peace fungus, aren't they?
Do you want to keep yours and let me knock up one with chestnut, because that's your roll?
So can you do that exactly the same, but with...
Yeah, now we've got it written down. I can very quickly kind of prepare it, yes.
I shall give you the secret recipe. Don't look. Don't go writing this down at home. This is secret. 5 milliliters of
There we go.
40 of dash.
Is here. So, what was it, 40?
40. And then 20 milliliters of the base with...
Okie dokie, and here we go.
I'll put the secret recipe back in its vault.
I'm liking the Girol at the moment. Me sings.
I think I'm a chestnut man.
You're a chestnut.
I'm going to do it again, but I'm aware of my phone vibrating in my pocket, which is terribly unprofessional. It's Richard Hammond. Hang on, I'll answer. What? I'm filming. Oh, no, well, the cameras are actually running. I'm filming, we're coming up with a new gin flavour, but it's top secret. Why does Richard Hammond ask me about paint? Anyway, sorry about that, viewers, we can edit that out. This is Girol. Everything else is the same.
Yep.
Proportions, ingredients, temperature.
I think there's more to the nose for me with Giron.
I think you're right, but chestnut is more mushroomy.
Now, we could always blend.
Exactly, yeah.
So we have our medley mix.
It's a duo of mushrooms. If this was a side dish in a slightly poncy restaurant, it would be called a duo.
That works.
Oh, my grandmother would have said that went down the wrong hole. I better try it again to make sure it's as nice as I thought it was. Yes. Excellent. So the next update on this fascinating story will be the name and an official launch in the West End of London, simultaneously in New York and Paris and Cape Town with fireworks. Like, comment, what's subscribe?
Down here.
Subscribe. Why do we? Honestly, I don't know why I let you make me do that. If people like it, they will subscribe to it.